All right, so just a couple of things is I wanted to say congratulations. I know that they're not on this call, at least I know one of them is actually out of town, is Alicia and Katie Laughlin. Alicia Ingram, which is one of my coaches, and Katie Laughlin, which is one of Bree's coaches, both hit diamond this past week. So that was a huge thing on our team, so we were really excited for them. And then we had a lot of coaches hit emerald, and one of them I know is on this call, Jennifer, congratulations. And then Kelly Branson, Lauren Farmer's actually ready to hit it this week, and I think Jim Bays is getting ready to hit it this week too, correct? And then Tanya Pippin, Stephanie Thornton, Jennifer Mullis, Jennifer Arell, and April Trimmer, and Laura Gillis. So we had a lot of people turn emerald these last few weeks. And then we have a couple of coaches we know that will officially turn it on Thursday. And so for anybody who doesn't understand rank advancements, even though you may appear to be emerald in your organization, you think, why am I not showing up? Rank advancements don't happen until Thursday. So that's when the system updates. So you won't see that update until then. Let me do something really quick. There you go. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was the promotions, something that I had learned that it didn't even show right in the FAQ until I started asking questions, but the promotions for 21-Day Fix, 21-Day Fix Extreme, and Size are extended until March 8th. Now, what does March 8th fall on?
It's Tuesday.
I don't know if that means it goes through March 8th or it's over March 8th, but that's all that I know right now. So I'm telling people that the promotion goes until March 8th, which really kind of gets people motivated to go ahead and get the program now and save that $20. And then our promotions for the rest of this month are PIO, 3-day refreshes on the promotion again, and 22-minute hardcore, and those are all for $140 for the challenge packs, okay? And then one thing I want to talk about really quick too is a lot of coaches have been asking me about how they receive Success Club leads and customer leads. And so if you think you may be eligible for this, one of the main things you have to be is Emerald, and you have to hit Success Club 5 or 10. 5 is what gives you customer leads, which are just free leads that Beachbody gives whenever somebody is signing up for a free account or they bought a program off of an infomercial. They don't necessarily have Shakeology. Now, Success Club leads mean that they have Shakeology. And so the cool thing with Success Club leads is if somebody went to purchase Shakeology, you can only get Shakeology through a coach. So they give that to a coach and they give that commission to you. You don't get the volume from it, and you don't get any Success Clubs from it, but from there on out, you'll get volume, and if they continue with it on HD, you would get a Success Club point. So there is other stipulations to getting this Success Club leads, and they're really kind of silly. It's like having a before and after on your website, making sure your bio's done, and a few other things. So I just want to make sure that everybody's looking at the FAQ for that. And if they don't know where to find it, let us know on the team page or send us a message, because we've had a few coaches miss out on getting these free leads just because they didn't have something as simple as having a before and after picture on the website. And the before and after picture doesn't mean you have to have a before and after picture. You just have to have a picture in that space. So it could be like you before a workout and you after a workout. Like, it doesn't literally have to be a before and after picture. They just want to see that you have your profile filled out. So I wanted to point that out because I know that some coaches missed having free leads, and that really stinks whenever it's something kind of silly like just not having a before and after picture or your bio filled out. And then next week, Chris and I and Jessica will all be on Beachbody's Success Club cruise. So we're not going to be as available between Friday the 11th until Thursday the 17th. Chris and I will be purchasing an internet package, but we heard that the internet's not very good on the cruise ship. So, and plus we're on a vacation, so we're not going to be as accessible while we're on the cruise, but we're still going to try and check in with the team page and, of course, check in with our challenge groups. But if you guys have questions, just make sure that you are asking the team page. That way they may be able to answer you definitely before us, because we won't be checking our internet as often, or our Facebook. And then I also wanted to mention really quick, the webinar is March 22nd. So that's that Tuesday after we get back from the cruise. I plan to this Thursday, so it's already done. I'm going to open an event page. And on that event page, it'll give you a place to invite people to learn more about the coaching opportunity, or at least have an area for them to go to where they get the information of where, like, the Zoom link will be posted, kind of what we'll be talking about. So just like we did last time, it's just a little event page. So that way they know when the webinar starts and how they can access it. So I'll open that on Thursday. But make sure that you're inviting, that you're doing posts about coaching, and most importantly, that you're breadcrumbing coaching. So if you're unfamiliar with breadcrumbing of coaching, make sure you go to our team page, the album section, and there's actually an area where it talks about breadcrumbing. But really, it's just talking about being a coach in general. You know, talking about being accountable because you are a coach. Talking about your challenge groups. Talking about what becoming a coach has done to you, or how it motivates you, or how it encourages you, or how you love the community of being around other people that are doing similar things of you. Just talking in general about being a coach. Not necessarily doing a call out, always asking them, do you want to learn more, but just breadcrumbing it, you know, just kind of talking about it a little bit. So I really think for everybody that should start right now if you're breadcrumbing. And then the week before the webinar is when I would probably do more of like a call out post, and then ask people if they want to, you know, learn more about the coaching opportunity.
You know, and it definitely is something that you want to be doing, because you may be doing all this great posts and stuff like that, but somebody, you know, may not know that you actually coach. You know, I went back through my photos for the last several months and looked to see how many times I was really talking about the opportunity, and I was kind of hard pressed to find any. But it's definitely, you know, since I've been doing that, it's really, you know, changed my whole perspective on coaching, and for others too. So,
because if you're not talking about it, people don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
They don't understand it. And the more you talk about it, the more they understand it. And then another thing I wanted to point out is, you know, there is no little or small when it comes to income. You should never feel like, well, I need to be making what Danielle's making in order to really share the income potential of it. So I always tell coaches, you know, think about if somebody said you could have an extra $100 a month to do something that you enjoy, that, you know, you're already doing, which is, you know, working out, eating healthy, and openly sharing it. You know, what would that do for somebody else to have an extra $100 a month? So there's no small amount. You know, if you know, even a post of saying, I had enough extra money from, you know, doing my coaching to pay for my Shakeology, or I had enough extra money to pay for my cell phone bill this month. For a lot of people that are living paycheck to paycheck, $100 a month is a lot. So don't ever feel like you have to be making this huge amount of income in order to share what the potential is with a coaching opportunity, and making that supplement income too. Okay. All right. That's all I got. So I'm going to hand it over to Chris.
All right. So I need to share our screen here. What I had this.
That one. Then share my computer on.
Yours is always a little different than mine.
Like, that has to be hit on. You're not hit on the.
All right. Can you guys see that?
Is that your first one?
Yes. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm here tonight to talk to you guys about the performance line. Came out last August when we were at Summit, actually. And, you know, back then I bought the sample pack to try it out, and immediately, you know, fell in love with several of the products in this line. So I titled it 5 Supplements to Transform Your Workout, because that's basically the idea behind this. Is, you're really taking your performance to the next level. Posted something on my page last week. An author had written about just, himself. He is a cyclocross athlete, and, he works for Beachbody, but he was just a hobbyist as far as the cyclocross go. And he actually, was able to qualify, in his age range. And he really credits it to the performance line. So, it's really good for beginners and really good for advanced athletes as well. So, just a little bit about this, what this is, an overview. These products are formulated with key ingredients to give you more energy, endurance. You're going to have better focus, to push harder. That's where the Energized comes in. Less exercise-induced muscle soreness and faster recovery times. And I can pretty much vouch for every single one of those 4 bullets there. Definitely more energy. You push harder through your workouts, and then the reduced soreness. I have a horrible time with, on leg day. My leg day soreness lasts for 3 days. With this, it's definitely shortened that. You're recovering a lot faster. But that's the idea of this whole system, to give you those 4 key benefits there. Okay, so it was developed by a Harvard-trained exercise physiologist named Dr. Nima Alamdari. And it wasn't just solely him, but he is the lead on the team hired by Beachbody to produce this line. He really knows his stuff. I've listened to his webinars. He's done a few webinars that are on YouTube if you're curious to listen to a little bit more detail, obviously. And then to the podcast that he's done. He's very, very knowledgeable on the body, what the body needs, and especially what the body needs with exercise. So with Beachbody, one of the things that we love about Beachbody and, their holistic approach to everything. So this is plant-based. There's nothing artificial, no dyes, no fillers, no sweeteners, anything. It is what it is. You're getting the best products. And again, like I said, in accordance with Beachbody's holistic vision of health, when we got behind Shakeology, we believed in it. I really believe in these products just because of the research that I've done, and hearing the doctor speak and everybody speak. Tony Horton, who I look up to, speaks very highly of these supplements as opposed to others that are out there. And this really takes the guesswork out of supplementation. I don't know how many of y'all have been into a GNC and walked around, but it is extremely overwhelming. So many proteins, so many stacks, so many this, that, and you don't really know, what's out there, what you need. This really, I feel confident in this, that I'm not going to GNC and taking some of this stuff and, am I going to have a heart attack? Because there's nothing regulated, nothing's checked. But this really, it takes the guesswork out of it, and it's fully customizable to you and your results and what you want. I posted this link down here. But if you actually go and you Google Beachbody Performance Line, customization, it'll pull you up to this, but you'll click on it. You click on your male or female, how much you weigh, and then what program you're going to do, and then what your goal is. And it will tell you exactly, do you need to be using all 5 performance, of the key products in the performance line, or do you just need a few? And for me, I clicked on mine and it said I needed them all. But for someone else, their height and what they're doing, you may not. But that's what's great about this product, and it's just simple. Okay, something else that this product is that's really good that you can stand behind is it's NSF certified. You'll see that when you get your product in the mail, it has this certification sticker on the top of it. Supplements that carry this NSF certified for sport mark have undergone the rigorous standards established through the NSF Athletic Banned Substances Program. So anything that is banned in NCAA, NFL, or anything like that, there's nothing in it. It's gone through this rigorous system of checks and balances to make sure of that. And it's not a one-time test. this is something that has to be checked and done periodically to make sure and to ensure that, their standards are staying. It's non-GMO. If you go to the NSF's website and look at what it takes to get a product certified, it's a lot. And two, it says, it minimizes the risk that a dietary supplement or sports nutrition product contains banned substances when taken at their recommended serving size. And we're going to talk about, just some of those things at GNC, like the pre-workouts and their levels of stuff that's in that. There are certain ingredients that are in Beachbody's line, but with the stuff at GNC, it's not regulated. And there's 3 and 4 and 5 times the amount of this ingredient in there. And, that's just setting yourself up for definite failure. So look for that NSF certification. All right. Probably one of my favorites out of all the products is Energized. It's your pre-workout. It's there to increase your focus, your energy, and your stamina and get you through your workout. Beta-alanine, it's an amino acid. This is what I was saying that's found in some of these other pre-workouts at GNC, but in crazy quantities. I mean, it's just unregulated. But it's an amino acid found in meat. It reduces lactic acid buildup, which is giving you that soreness. And again, what the doctor was saying, it's more effective over time. So this can take 4 to 10 weeks to actually build up a good solid base of beta-alanine in your system to where you're not getting sore. So yeah, you're going to get the effect of the energy, but really what you're looking for is stockpiling this beta-alanine so that you're not as sore on your next workout. Second key thing for Energized, low dose caffeine. And we all know the effects of caffeine, but they believe that the lower dosage of caffeine is actually better than high dosage. You're not as jittery, and you can actually perform longer with a lower dose of caffeine than you can with a higher dose. And then you'll notice, for those of you that have used Energized, it has a bright yellow color. It looks limey, like neon yellow. And that's the quercetin in that. And it is a phytonutrient. It's a natural energy booster. It reduces fatigue. And what's really cool about it is it increases your VO2 max, which for performance athletes, that's the maximum amount of oxygen that can get into your bloodstream. So very, very cool product. Love it. Can't go without it. All right, hydrate. This is Beachbody's only supplement that you take during your workout. So it is a low-dose carbohydrate electrolyte drink. Has a little bit of sugar in it, but your body needs the sugar at this point when you're really pushing through your workouts. This is for endurance. It's great for runners. It's great for cyclists. It's great for somebody who's really sweating through your workout. If you're kind of, doing some lightweight stuff, and you're really not getting the effects of this because your body's not tapping into the carbohydrates and the electrolytes just yet. But this ensures the right balance of carbs and electrolytes in your body. It helps with the sweat loss, replacement. And again, it's got that bright yellow color of quercetin in there that you'll notice from the Energized. Recover is really vital. It's going to give you 20 grams of high quality protein. And 20 grams is the actual key number that your body needs right after exercise. It's the right amount of protein that can actually be synthesized by your body at that time. And this is high quality protein. It's going to help with protein synthesis. It includes a fast, medium, and slow release of those proteins too. So you're getting not only the right amount, but at the right time for when your body's in it. You just finished this workout, you've broken your muscle down, now it's time to repair. And that's where your BCAAs come in, your branched chain amino acids. They, in a nutshell, improve the repair of your muscles. And then the next ingredient in Recover is pomegranate extract. It's a phytonutrient, reduces soreness, improves strength recovery. And again, it's great for beginners and athletes. Beginners, you get sore. When you first work out and you haven't worked out in a while, you're going to be sore. This helps with that. athletes, if you are going for strength recovery, if you are really hitting it hard all the time, you're still going to get sore. This is still a great supplement for that. And for me, I take, I'll go on to the next slide. Creatine. So creatine monohydrate is one of the most scientifically effective ingredients to help boost strength and power, improve high-intensity performance, and enhance the effects of resistance training. I've taken creatine for years. Now, in my cabinet, I still have it over here, the creatine that I was taking previously, long before we started Beachbody and really looked at what we were putting in our bodies. Not all creatines are created equally. You know, the one under the cabinet there, I don't think Danielle's thrown it away, but it has
Not yet.
just a multitude of horrible, horrible stuff in it. Dyes, colors, you know, you name it. This is creatine. This is all. Creatine monohydrate, that is it. That is all that is in this product. And creatine is derived from red meat. And your body produces it naturally for muscle growth as well. But, you know, you're supplementing, you're adding more to it. And I take my creatine and my Recover and mix it in the same shake. And that's what they kind of recommend doing when you're doing the actual stack.
That also goes to show, I mean, I don't know how much creatine costs because I've never used it personally, but it just goes to show that, like, if somebody gives you a cost objective, that's one thing to always point out. Like, yeah, maybe you are getting, you know, your creatine at GNC for a discounted price, but what's in it? And at what cost are you damaging your health in order for your, you know, to build muscle? And yeah, you may be building muscle, but what else is it doing it? So wouldn't you rather use a clean product? Yeah. So it's definitely something you would always want to point out if somebody kind of gives you that as an objective.
And, you know, honestly, I bought this creatine at Walmart. This was back when, you know, I really didn't want to spend money, you know, to search for anything even remotely good, I guess. I went for it. It was $19. And I thought, okay, $19, got me some creatine, you know. But now, I mean, and, you know, knowing what we know, there is no other way I would put anything in my body unless I've researched, unless I know, you know, the integrity that Beachbody has and the products they come out with. You know, I'm certain that this is the best that I can do. And, you know, without your health, you have nothing else. So it's worth the money. All right. Probably, I mean, they're all my favorite, but, you know, I really, really love the Recharge formula. It's a nighttime formula. It has a slow release casein protein in it. Casein protein is a protein that's found in such things like a milk or a whey protein, but it's a really good protein. This promotes overnight muscle recovery because sleep and, you know, your muscles are going to repair in your sleep. That's why sleep is so important for athletes and for people who are training. You know, so this promotes the overnight muscle recovery, improves muscle synthesis, and everything's working together. Your proteins are working together and being used optimally. And again, has more of the BCAAs in it, which are your branched chain amino acids, which are breaking down your protein to make sure that they're being utilized in the best way possible. Another ingredient in here that's, you know, you can Google this yourself, but it has tart cherry in it, which is a powerful antioxidant. It's rich in anthocyanins, which are really good for inflammation, heart disease. They prevent cancer. Tart cherry also aids in recovery. And one of the things that I love about Recharge is that it contains melatonin, which, if you don't know what melatonin is, it helps you sleep. So you're not going to take it and actually knock out like you've taken some NyQuil or something like that, but it's just going to ease you in. You know, I try to take this within an hour of the time I know I want to fall asleep, because it's going to relax you, you know, and it's such a good product. I feel really such a big difference when I'm using Recharge. You know, I wake up and I'm not as sore when I'm using, you know, and I don't use one, not use the other. So I use them all. And I've noticed such a big difference in just my performance, you know, in doing any type of activity. You know, I just feel better the next day. I'm not as sore, and I'm just able to rebound a lot quicker. Okay, this is the guy. This is the wake-up call. This was August 10th of this year. And if you want to search this to get a little more information, you know, all these podcasts and can be found in the iTunes library if you have the podcast app, or, you know, it can be found on Android as well. But, and I recommend going back because I've done it. I've listened to probably every podcast we've ever had because, I go back and listen to some of these. So, search this out. Again, there's a good webinar on YouTube that you can listen to as well with Dr. Amadari.
And the podcast that we're referring to is Team Beachbody Coach podcast, which hopefully everybody is already listening to the weekly recordings because it's from successful coaches giving us tips in their business to make our business successful.
Yeah.
So
if you're not listening to the wake up calls, that was the first thing that we probably did, or I probably did, is start listening to those. And that was my first form of personal development. And I would say for every coach out there, if you're looking for personal development, this is the absolute first thing you should be doing. If you're not doing this and you're reading a book, stop what you're doing. Listen to this. They're usually about 30 minutes. They can be done in the car anytime, but you've got to be listening to these wake-up calls.
Yeah, you can call in and listen to it live. You can call in and listen to the callback. You can, if you have iTunes or you have an iPhone or whatever, there's podcasts already as an app on your phone. And then, yes, even for Androids, I'm not sure exactly. I think you have to get an app for it, but the National Wake Up Calls is definitely something important if you want to grow your business.
Yeah, they're essential for sure. So this month, as hopefully you guys already know, the sample pack is your March Success Club prize. If you hit Success Club 5 this month, you get to try the sample pack, which you are going to love. The Energized you're going to feel right away. The Hydrate's great. The Recharge at night is going to taste like a Frosty from Wendy's, and you're going to feel great. And you can even, because when I first got my sample pack, I split it up in 2 days because I wasn't sure exactly how, the Energized was going to make me feel or whatever. And I wanted to get a 2-day, feel of the line. So I split it up, but to each their own. You can take it all in 1 day or kind of split it up in 2. But you really, really want to push for Success Club this month because this is a $20 value. It costs $20 to get the sample pack. So that's a great prize if you ask me.
And if you've already tried the performance line, or maybe you're just not interested in trying it yourself, for me, I'm pregnant, so obviously I won't be able to do it. But it's a great challenge group prize. I actually gave it out as a challenge group prize last month. So that's another huge perk is if you earn this, you can use it for yourself, which I would, definitely do that. But if you opt not to use it for yourself, then you can also give it as a challenge group prize. And one thing to note on Energize is for me, I could, before pregnancy, when I was using it all the time, I loved it and I miss it very much. But I could use 1 scoop and that was plenty for me. But Chris used 1 scoop and he was like, okay, I don't really feel as much as I usually did with E&E. And so we obviously read the directions. I was like, well, you're supposed to use 2 scoops, right? And he's like, oh. Yeah. So then he started using 2 scoops and it was game on from there. Yeah. So, pay attention to the weight size on the recommendations. I don't know, does any of the other ones have any recommendations?
No,
weight size? So maybe just Energize.
Yeah. And that's where the customization of this comes into a little bit. So that was the last slide. But if you have any questions or run into, any challengers that are interested or anybody, just, send me a message, post them on the team page and, let me know and I'll try to answer as best I can.
So let me unmute everybody. All right. Do you guys have any questions about the performance line?
Shakeology and those?
Hang on, I hear somebody's TV. I can hear. There we go. Okay. What'd you say?
Do you do all of those and your Shakeology?
I do, because you don't have to count the performance line if you're doing a program. So I do that I meant to put that in there, but so I do that and then I do my Shakeology as well. So yeah, good question. Any other questions?
So far, has anybody tried? I know that Rachel's tried Energize. I think Kristen's tried Energize. You what?
I had it twice today.
Yeah, twice.
Nice.
I got like no sleep last night, so I was like, I need to work out.
It's
That would
funny
help.
because I kind of like some days if I already had it, I would take it and like once I'd be finished with it, I would just sprinkle a little bit because I like the taste.
Yes.
And if people complain
Really
about drinking water, or I have a hard time drinking water, that was almost like flavored water for me. So I would just sprinkle a little bit in there just to get that lemony taste to it.
So that's where it all went.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is that good, and it's that good of a product, like you said, to get a little, extra little bump in your workout and, not feel, because I've had pre-workouts before where I'm like, Jesus, my heart's going to stop, and I'm like tingly and I'm a little scared and like worried somebody's going to find me dead or something. But I don't get that with this, but.
And I know like with the Energized and I'm sure the other performance lines, you can actually get those on HD where you can get $2 shipping instead of paying full shipping. So for us, like we have Energized on HD, so we're only paying $2 for shipping instead of paying the full amount.
Would it be a good idea, like, I'm probably going to have my mom be a coach and I'm going to kind of run her business at first. And I was thinking about using her account to do the Energize and maybe the Hydrate or something like that. Would that be a good thing to use instead of doing Shakeology? Because I don't need two things of Shakeology,
With and if you signed her up with a challenge pack, you can sign it up with a performance line instead.
Okay.
And keep it on HD, which is what we're doing actually with my stepdad's account, which I run his account on my second business. Yeah. We have, that's where we run everything that we buy. Like, so Energize, we buy from his account.
That's where I got the idea because I thought that would work out at least at first. Because I don't know that because I know she's going to want to eventually do it. But for right now, I figure I'd use it for performance line stuff.
Yeah, and my parents still get Shakeology HD, but sometimes they'll do it every month, and sometimes my mom will do it like every other month. So she's not consistent with her HD, so we kind of fill in the gaps with the other things that we buy from that account too. So, all right, guys, you got any other questions you could think of? All righty. So we won't have a team call next Sunday, obviously, because we'll be on the cruise. And I'm hoping that the team call after that, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about business hours and a little bit about how to kind of make Beachbody more oriented with your life and your family, and if you have a full-time job and things like that. So that's one thing that I had to implement into my business. When I first got started, it was kind of crazy all over the place, and so I had to create what I call business hours. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that next on our next call. So it won't be next Sunday, but probably the following one. So that's kind of my plan. And if you guys have anything that you want to talk about on these calls or you want us to cover, like just message us or post it on the team page so that way we know what type of topics that you guys are interested in or you want to talk about. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Think of a question.
Okay.
John weighs exactly 150 pounds. So would he use 2 scoops or 1?
I think it's 160.
Yeah, I think 160 is the cutoff. But he's going to get it. But I know when I went to that link today, they wanted to know if you were that was the number. It was if you were below 160 or above 160 and what your goals were. Yeah, it's over there.
So. How do you find that link again?
I'll tell you what. I'll post it on the team page there. Here.
All right. So I was gonna go look at it real quick, but I couldn't remember what it was.
It's 160.
Yeah.
If you're under 160, you can use 1 scoop.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So good.
It is delicious. Yeah.
Man, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll post that link and you can kind of play with that and see what it recommends for what program and all that stuff. So.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Good questions.
All right, y'all have a good night.
All right.
Good.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.